Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, I wanted to talk about this article that I read over on CNBC about free-to-play games and microtransactions and the future of gaming. Because the last few days, as more and more people are getting their hands on free-to-play Overwatch, a lot of talk has been popping up online about what this kind of thing means for the games industry. Well, the article says what I think we in the gaming world already know, that video games are shifting away from consoles and PCs to mobile. Business models that are moving away from one-time payment to free-to-play with various pay schemes. You know, all the things we talk about on this show. In 2013, it would be very controversial to say that the free-to-play business model would be the next major dominant model within all of gaming, said Kevin Shu, the co-founder and former CEO of mobile gaming company Kabam. Mobile games then were pretty much free-to-play games, but we were saying, you know, it's not just mobile games, but gaming in general is going to move in that direction. The article then deep dives the numbers. Activision Blizzard's Call of Duty, while still maintaining its yearly new edition release, saw more than $1 billion spent worldwide on its free-to-play mobile version of the game, while its Warzone platform hit the 125 million player mark in June. It also made the newest version of its Overwatch series, which generated $1 billion in sales in its first year of release in 2016, into a free-to-play model. Take-Two Interactive's Grand Theft Auto V, perhaps the best example of a standalone game that's still finding success with nearly 170 million units sold as of August, said its GTA Online platform has seen its audience grow 49% since the first quarter of 2020. And usually this would be the part where I'd expand on the idea and go a little more in depth, but CNBC pretty much has it covered. But while these games are considered free to play, there is a very lucrative side to them. While the initial download might be free, gamers are incentivized to buy things like seasonal battle passes that provide new items and other cosmetic prizes as they progress through the game. That has proven to be a gold mine for gaming companies. Activision Blizzard said it had 5.1 billion in-game bookings for its 2021 fiscal year, which includes things like World of Warcraft subscriptions, skins, and items in Warzone and Overwatch, and other microtransactions. A 5.2% year-over-year increase. And more companies bringing big titles into the mobile space and what that's going to do to the ecosystem of gaming and all the stuff that we talk about frequently here. So, I don't know, it's just nice to see a news outlet saying all the same things that I'm saying, except they're doing it in like a journalistic way instead of just like man rants at internet. But it's still nice to see. But I'm going to put this last bit to you, because I feel like you'll probably have some thoughts on this, and it's just something I want to throw out there. So please, in the comments, let me know what you think. But to me, the more I think about this, the more I pontificate. I'm really at the point where I think free-to-play games are kind of like Walmart. Follow me here. Walmart pops up in a town. It has, cheap products. Everyone goes there. Mom and pop stores close. People complain that, downtown in the city is empty now because all the mom and pop shops closed down because of Walmart. But we all went and shopped at Walmart and we made that happen. But we'll blame Walmart. And I feel like the same thing here is all these free-to-play games exist because companies see us buying all the exclusives that you can get and the passes and the cool looking gear, and they're making a fortune. And so they're going to keep making a fortune, right? I feel like, I can sit here and complain about it, but for most part, everyone's kind of buying in. Well, at least enough people that they can make billions of dollars doing it. I don't know. What do you think? Are we part of the problem? I feel like the answer is yes, but I'd love to expand on that with you. Let me know in the comments below. In other, and look, I'm just going to say it, much more important news, Nintendo is cracking down on uncensored boobs and hentai games. That's right, somehow the Nintendo eShop became the hotbed of titles like Elves Fantasy Hentai Puzzle, Beauty Bounce, and Inside Her Bedroom. And that is, and has been for some time, hilarious, considering Nintendo's family-friendly brand. Well, it's not so funny anymore, according to mature game publisher Gamuzumi. Their next title, Hot Tentacle Shoot. Yes, I'm aware this is a news show, and yes, I absolutely love this. Anyway, they were told their next title wouldn't be allowed on the eShop because of an allegedly refreshed stance on adult content on the eShop. We received an answer from Nintendo, and now we have confirmation that they do not allow uncensored boobs on their consoles now. According to a Wall Street Journal report from around the Switch's launch, several Japanese developers claim that that Nintendo had expressed willingness to publish more risque or violent titles, which some would have expected it to block in the past. In comparison, Sony has cracked down on sexually explicit games in recent years, the most notable recent example being its censorship of some controversial scenes in Martha is Dead. And I'm glad they point that out, because I always thought it was weird that Nintendo was kind of open to some wacky boob games, and Sony was like, which is kind of crazy to me, because this is no joke. On my Switch, right here, I'm looking at it right now, on my Switch, I have a game. This is I did a brand deal for it. This isn't even a joke. A game where you run an arcade and a bunch of girls who work at your arcade turn into animals, and you have to play pinball and get them to finish in order to turn back into humans. This isn't a joke. It's a real game. It exists. All I'm saying is I thought it was crazy, and I guess Nintendo kind of thinks it's crazy too. But here's the difference. I like that crazy. But hey, if you want to see some other things that I love, yeah, I'm going to say I love a game where you play pinball and you shoot the pinballs at the, you know what? Yeah, I love it. If you want to see other things I love, hey, follow me over on Twitter at Jesse Cox, or on Instagram at NotoriousCox, or on TikTok at Jesse Cox TikToks, or where else am I at? What am I doing in the world? I'm all over the place. Just look up Jesse Cox. You'll find me. You'll find all sorts of stuff, I'm sure. That's it for today. I'll see you all tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.